Alright, you're gonna need 13mm and 19mm sockets to basically wrenches to remove the calipers, T30 to remove the star bit, to remove the disc, channel lock, brush, some flathead screwdrivers, hammer, caliper depressor, and you're gonna need this triple square. This is M14 socket to remove the disc. So some brake cleaners, WD-40, safety glasses. So this is where I'm gonna be using those wrenches, where I'm using 13mm to loosen up that bolt so I can get this caliper set on the side. And it has 2 bolts. You have to loosen it up. If you have to use WD-40, you can do so. And this car is Passat 2013, and it does not have an e-brake, okay? It's just a hand emergency brake. Alright, after removing those 2 13mm bolts, we can have the caliper set aside. If you have something to touch it, please touch it so it's not in the way. So now, once we have the brake pads out of the way, we're going to use this triple square M14 bit to loosen up those caliper mounts so we can get disc out, because I'm replacing the disc as well, because this brake pads were fine, disc was pretty bad. It was a bit noisy. That's the only reason I'm replacing. It has never been probably replaced by previous owner. So you can see in the back, so this is where I need to get in. There are 2 bolts, and if you have to use WD-40 just to let it loosen for quite some time, maybe like give it like 3-4 minutes, because in many people's cases, if you have this old car, I mean it's already 10 years, it will be rusted, so it's gonna be a little bit challenging. So if you have longer wrench hand, you can just use your foot or something just to, because it's not gonna be easy to access in terms of trying to remove it. But in my case, yeah, I made it work. It came off pretty fine. So take your time, and safety first. Again, if you're using jack, just careful. If you're doing the way I'm doing, where I'm just utilizing what I have, and I'm not doing it in the shop professionally, I'm doing it in the garage. And this was the most challenging part of removing this basically piece. Alright, these are out of the way. You can see that's how it is. It's a bit rusted, so I'm gonna use that metal brush to clean it up. And before I put it, I'll make sure that it's clean. So the next step would be to remove the disc, and I'm gonna be using that T30 star bit to basically get it out. And after removing that screw, your disc could be stuck as well in there. That's where I'm gonna be hammering this disc so I can get it loose. Or there are a bunch of holes, right? So you can use WD-40, spray it a little bit, let it sit, okay? If you don't have to, you don't have to rush in the process. Just spray it, let it sit a little bit, and it should come off. So that's what I did. I did spray through all those holes so the WD gets behind that disc and lets it out easier. So, but again, I did hammer a couple times to get this disc loosened up, and it came off pretty fine. This is where I'm using that metal brush to clean it up. So this surface has to be pretty clean as you can get. And you can use basically brake cleaner to clean up the surface, make sure it's dry, and then you can mount your new disc on it. Using this metal brush, cleaning up a little bit those rusty areas, and in this case I'm not cleaning this whole mount. I'm just basically cleaning up where I'm going to be putting the brake pads on. So those are the areas I care about the most, and I'm just using brush to clean it up. So this part could be a little bit tricky for those people who are doing it for the first time, but make sure that when you're mounting these brake pad holders, it's just the longer piece. You can see nothing should touch the disc. Okay, I'm gonna show you in a bit how all these four sit, or the brake pad is going to be sitting. So when you look at the disc when you're done, disc should move freely. Nothing should be close to the disc or touching the disc. Okay. And again, I'm not using any lube to lube these parts so the brake pads move freely or they don't get stuck if the car sits for a long time. But if you do have a lube, you can use it, put some little bit of a lube in those areas where the brake pads are going to be moving back and forth. So you can do so. I will go just after recording this video. I'll come back to it and just I can do it later. I don't have it, that's why I'm just putting on the brake pads on. These should just slide in just fine. You can see I'm just sliding in one side, the bottom, and then just sliding top back in. So the tricky part will come pretty soon. So you can see this is how it should move. It should move in there freely. So that's why a lot of people use a lube or something like that to basically touch up those endings of the brake pads. So this is the most difficult part. If you are trying to use this regular brake pad depressor, because we need to push that thing all the way back. So I'm sure there's a specific tool to do so, but you can see I'm using regular depressor that I bought from Harbor Freight. But again, there was other options, I'm sure. But since I have a channel lock, what I'm gonna be doing is I'm gonna be rotating that inside the press. I don't even know this particular name, but just be careful that you don't damage that dust gasket or something like that. That just hold it carefully and just rotate it to the right. That's what I'm doing. I'm rotating maybe like one rotation, and then I'm depressing, so it gives me a little bit of a room to push it back. I rotate it a little bit and then push it again. That's the only way to push it all the way back in, so we can get it over the brake pads so it sits in there. So that's the only way. So I'm using, you can see channel locks. If you have channel locks, do so. If you have that fancy tool, you can do so too. You can use it. But again, I figured that that's the only way I could do this. And yeah, if you have same setup, if you have same brake pad tool, you can do so to push it all the way in there. So I'm just rotating clockwise, and putting it back in. Those two 13mm bolts go back in there. To mount this, again, you're gonna need those two 19mm and 13mm wrenches. So you're gonna be holding with the 19 the bolt behind, and then tightening the 13. Alright, so when you're done, when you put the wheels back on, before you drive, pump the brakes a couple times, and then you can drive just fine. So that's the video. Hope you guys like it. Thanks for watching. I will see you in the next one. Take care. Peace.